I bought a ticket from ASAP. They canceled on me. They charged me more money. It was very difficult for me to get anything resolved. It took months. They laughed at me. I was passed around from rep to rep because every time I would call, they would say, I cannot help you. I have to get your rep, and your rep is never available. So it's just one big circle, circle, circle. They always tell you excuses, information that they need just to throw it off a little longer. They kept telling me that they needed a letter from my bank, and it took me 5 hours. I got the letter. When I got the letter, they laughed like, we don't need it. We know we won. So I'm like, well, why would you have me do that? Excuses. I watched another video of an elderly guy. They kept telling him he needed a medical report saying that he couldn't travel due to coronavirus. The guy finally got the medical report. Then they still didn't give him anything. So it's like they play a game. They play so many games at this company. I purchased a ticket to Lagos in January of 2019. It was either January 2019 or the very beginning of February 2019. I think I paid like $1,200 and something for my ticket for June the 13th to go to Lagos, Nigeria. When that time came, the borders were closed. And ASAP told me the borders will be open on July the 1st. So they rescheduled me a new ticket, I think, for July the 5th, but I paid an additional $500 at this time because prices had increased for the summer. So I am a school teacher. So by the time I think it finally opened up at the end of August, I was already back at work. So I couldn't go on the trip because, they couldn't give me anything for August, nothing for the beginning. I mean, anything for July because it was still closed. They couldn't give me anything for the beginning of August. And by that time, my summer was over and it was time for me to go to work. So I started to ask for a refund. And they kept telling me, no, they wanted to give me a voucher. So I said, no, I had another trip scheduled to Dubai and I had no problems getting my money back from them. And they kept saying, well, no, if we do get your money, you're going to pay $250. And I said, no. So I called my bank and I told my bank what this company was doing. So my bank opened up a dispute. Okay. So when they opened up the dispute, they put the money back onto my account. My bank did. Okay. And they sent me out I was filling out stuff online and information and everything. They sent me some information in the mail and I had 10 days to respond. I went out of town. I was not home to get the mail. So I did not meet the deadline for my bank for more information. I had provided all the information, uploaded it through the email and everything. And I have that to Capital One Bank. So they sent something in the mail. And like I said, I missed the deadline. So I ended up losing the case because of the deadline. So when I called ASAP back to get the money back, they kept saying they wanted to give me a voucher and they wanted to give me this. And then they kept teasing me and kept saying, well, we won the case and we won this case. And I said, I understand that you won. I said, now I'm trying to schedule the $1,800 that I have on file. I'm trying to schedule a trip because I have time now. And then that's when ASAP rep started to tell me, okay, I started calling on Sunday. I think I said at 10 o'clock on December the 11th, if that's what the date, Sunday, or the 12th, whatever Sunday was. And so that's when they started to tell me that they couldn't do anything for me until I got a letter from my bank stating that the dispute was over. They needed to know that the dispute was over before they can move further with the information. So I kept calling my bank and my bank kept telling me that they know the dispute is over. They have the money in your hand. They don't need any information from us. So I kept, it just like from 10 o'clock all the way to like 5 o'clock Sunday. It was just a big runaround. I kept calling my bank. I kept calling. The bank kept saying that I didn't need anything. They kept saying I did. They couldn't help me. So finally, I recorded the conversation of the guy telling me what I needed. And so I called my bank and I let my bank hear what he was saying. So, and I had to get a supervisor. So she typed up a letter for me to send to them that the dispute was over so they can go ahead and work with me. And my bank said, yes, they did one. The dispute is over, but we're also waiting to hear back from them of how they did settle with you. And I said, well, I'm trying to settle with them now, but they keep asking for this letter. So she said, okay, she put everything on the letter that I needed. I sent it to them. So it took me 5 hours to get the letter. So when I got the letter to them, they laughed in my face and they humiliated me again. And they was like, actually, we don't need your letter. We won. We won. And I said, y'all keep telling me this. And I've been calling my bank and I've been dealing with this all day. And now that I have the letter, you've been telling me you don't need it. That was just an excuse to keep giving me the runaround. And so then the guy kept, he wanted to, well, you pay $1,800, ma'am. I can get you a ticket for $2,600, $2,700. And I said, no, because, I've been searching it and I see the tickets are ranging anywhere from $1,600 to $1,700. If you have $1,807.95 of my money, that will cover a trip. Okay, so they just kept wanting to offer me expensive prices. So I had my daughter to call and pretend that she wanted the same days that I want. And I told her to make sure she get a quote and make sure she get it in writing. Okay. When she called, they offered her a quote. They sent it to her in writing on email. I have it. They offered her a trip. I think it was like $1,479 for everything. Okay. So I called back and I said, okay, my daughter is able to get a trip for $1,479. You have $1,800 of my money. Why can't I just get my trip? will accept to even exchange. You don't even have to give me anything back. And he was like, well, if your daughter can get it for $1,489, tell her to call and pay for it and put it in your name. And I said, why would I do that? And I said, why would I do that? I said, when you have my money. Then one guy, because I kept speaking with several reps, and then one guy was like, okay, let me tell you this. Since this is in dispute, and I know that you want to leave soon, let me tell you this. Won't you just go ahead and pay for a brand new ticket, $1,900, and we're gonna work on your other case. We'll be working on that. And I said, no, sir. I do not have $1,900 laying around for a new ticket. I said, this already started happening in June. So no, I don't have another $1,900 to give you. Oh, and I forgot to leave. I did. Let me go back real quick, because in June, when I paid the extra $500 and they kept scheduling me for July 5th and July 6th, July 7th. Okay. They really were playing with my emotions then, because they kept rescheduling me. And the very next day, I kept getting cancellations. It's been canceled. It's been canceled. It's been canceled. So I'm like, why every time I call them and I think it's settled and I think I'm going, it's like a few hours later, the next day, I keep getting cancellation letters. So, with the treatment, the way I'm like, no, I wouldn't give them another dime. I'm never doing business with them again. So like I said, now, so from August to now, I really hadn't had any communication with ASAP because I have been really busy working. So as I said, now I got 2 weeks off. I'm calling. I'm trying to use the voucher that I know I have, and they're giving me, this runaround. So, like I said, so I had my daughter to call and to do that. And so, they just kept playing with me. And then I think his name was Dirch. He said, okay, ma'am, you know that you have waited so long to pay. You're trying to leave next week. You're too late. You're too late. You must pay $2,600. And I said, no, I'm not doing that. I said, because I refuse. When everyone else is calling that I'm having call, they're getting it, for $1,500 and stuff. So, he told me, he was so rude. He said, ma'am, I can guarantee you, if you don't pay me $25.69 right now, when you call back, you will pay me $3,000. And I said, we shall see. So I hung up, and like I said, it was just a big runaround. And then on Monday, luckily I found, I kept getting calls. So I got a call from a guy named Busman. Okay, this was on Monday, and he kept telling me, because at this point on Monday after this, I had looked up you guys. Okay, like I started looking up the internet. I started looking on the internet for like, what do I need to do? Let me see how they've treated other people. And I started going into details. So I found on YouTube where contact Pissed Off. So I contacted you guys that Sunday, and on Monday, Bossman, he said he was a manager. He called me. And so he was calling me, and he said, I'm going to take care of it. I promise you will have your ticket in 30 minutes. I said, okay. An hour and a half went by. I didn't have anything. So I called Bossman, and he said, you did get a call, right? I said, yes. I said, I got a call for him saying that my bank only paid them $1,500 some dollars and some change. That's all they had back from my bank. I said, so... And at this point, my head is hurting. The left side of my body is starting to hurt because I'm going through so much runaround. I'm like, they got my money and they are laughing at me. They are completely playing with me. They are humiliating me. I mean, they're just, you can hear them in the background laughing. And so, like I said, I contacted you, Bossman. I told Bossman that I did get the call, but he was calling to say that he didn't have $1,807 on file. So Bossman said, okay. He said, hold on. He went to go get the guy. So the guy emailed me, and he asked me, to pay. I think the first time for the first ticket, which is from San Francisco to Turkey, he had me pay like an extra $74. I paid it. So then I'm going from Dallas to San Francisco, and I think I paid like $30-something. At this point, I didn't pay you $1,807. So me paying about around $120 to go see my husband that I haven't saw in a year is worth the money. So I'm like, okay, finally, everything is good. I call my family and tell them I'm coming. I finally got the ticket. And I'm at rest, and everyone's saying, I know you're stressed, go and relax and take your bath, because I know this has taken a toll on you. And I said it has. So I'm thinking it's all over. Here comes Tuesday. So then here comes Tuesday, I'm receiving not calls, but I'm receiving messages that pay $20. And I'm like, what is this? Pay $20. And I'm like, oh my God, please don't let this be starting all over again. And so I called him, and he was trying to get the $20 just real fast. And I said, and so I'm thinking that maybe he's trying to get a tip, because I know as I'm paying the $74 and as I'm paying $29, I'm not able to kind of move forward with my payments, because pop-up boxes keep coming up for me to tip him $15 or $20. So I keep going to the pop-up box, and I keep putting $0 because your company does not deserve my tip. Okay. So as I'm saying, I keep doing that. That happened about 3 times. Then I was able to move forward with the payment. And so the next day, when I see the $20, I'm just thinking that he's trying to get a tip. Okay. I'm like, he's trying to get a tip, because if this was $1,500, even though I know I had to pay extra some money, but this guy must want a tip. So I didn't believe it. And so finally, I contacted you guys again, telling you, okay, I thought it was resolved, but now this guy's constantly begging me for $20. And so, and if the company knew they had put an employee and put a customer through that much, okay, won't you just write $20 off? What is $20? You know, so you calling, you begging me for that. So Tuesday, I finally, so no, that happened Tuesday. So I think Wednesday, I finally got up that Wednesday morning and I paid the $20. And so I have that was just for one. And then that was the $20 was from San Francisco to Turkey. So then I asked him, I said, okay, where's the confirmation number for? Because I found out that when I'm thinking that it was a ticket and they kept asking for the $20, I never trusted them. So I called Turkish Airlines to see, okay, I have my reservation number, I have my confirmation number. And Turkish Airlines said, no, it's not a confirmation number. It's just a reservations number. You don't have a ticket. So I'm like, what? I'm like, this is why they want the $20. So I kept calling him Heiner, and he kept saying, trust me, ma'am, I know all those other reps did you wrong, and they are going to be dealt with, but you do not have your ticket. You have to pay me $20. And I kept saying, why? Why do I have to pay you $20? So he really wouldn't say, he just kept saying, trust me, trust me. And I'm like, why would I trust y'all? Why are you saying anything to me like that? And so, and going back to another rep, I think his name was Stanton. I think this was at the end. It was like, I asked him, I said, you know what, sir, I'm tired. I said, I don't have to go see my husband. I said, give me $1,600 back and you guys keep the rest. He laughed and he said, let me think about it. And I said, let you think about it. Like, this is your money. And then he got off the phone laughing. So then after that, I think another rep called me in. I had just had it. I completely broke down on the phone with him. I cried and I cried. I cried my heart out. And I said, this is not right. I said, there's a higher power and they will deal with you. I was so sad and he didn't care. He laughed. He laughed at my misery. I mean, it was just such an awful experience. As I said, I put my personal information customers to contact me because I never want anyone to deal with that when planning a vacation. Okay, so it's just been so much with them. So like I said, I stopped it. I called the Turkish Airlines and they said I didn't have it. It was a reservation, not a confirmation. So I paid the $20 and now I have my ticket. I have my ticket. It said that my ticket, I think one of them was $13.48, and then I think the other one they said it was $265. So if you add that up, that's not $1,800. Okay, upon the $70 some I paid and the $30 some I paid. So I paid the $20, but I have my tickets, and like I said, I'm still out of $325, and I'm hoping I leave Tuesday morning, and I'm hoping and I'm praying that I don't get any cancellations from them before Tuesday, December the 22nd happens, because this is how they played with me this summer. Oh, and also I told them to do not contact me anymore, because when they get you on the phone, they humiliate you. They're so different on the phone versus on the email. So I said, this company has made me cry. They made me have a panic attack. I don't want to speak with you. Please let all communications be through email, because I can't take the humiliation anymore. And so after everything was done, one guy named Dwight, he emailed me the next day, I'm your ticket agent. I wish I could share my screen so I can show you guys. I'm your ticket agent. I have your trip ready to Lagos for $2,500 some dollars. I didn't respond. I don't know, but I'm like, okay, I've already bought the ticket. Now here come Dwight sending another email saying he have my reservations for me to go to Lagos. And so like I said, now I have the ticket. I probably do need to call Turkish Airlines again today to make sure nothing has been canceled. I don't trust this company at all. And on yesterday, Heiner, he did tell me, and again, everything that I have, all my information, I do have on recording. For clarification, everything is on recording. So yesterday, Heiner, he called me and he said, thank you for your business or anything thank you for your business and everything. And I'm so sorry what happened to you. And I said, I'm sorry, but this has been the worst experience of my life. And I pray no one has to go through this again when planning a family vacation. I said, I have looked at some of the reviews on YouTube, and you guys do not care about anyone. There are elderly people over there. You don't know if that was their life savings that they saved up for a vacation, and you just take it and you just laugh and you just ask for more money. You play with people that I travel all the time, but you don't know, this could be someone's first vacation that they're looking forward to. And this is how they are treated. And this is the memories that they are left with. I've been traveling for a long time and for over 20 years. So this has never happened to me. So I am very pissed off at them. And then Heiner tells me he's going to make it up to me when I get back from Lagos, Nigeria. I tell him the only way that you can make it up to me is put $325 on my credit card or give me a free round trip ticket to Lagos. If you do not do that, do not contact me. And see, with the language that they talk, I'm going to make it up to you. I will think about it. That's not your company. Why are you talking to people like that? I got to think about it. Well, I'm going to make it up to you. Just very unprofessional. Very unprofessional. The worst experience ever.